Let's see what you got.
You smell that? What is that?
What?
What's that smell?
The cologne?
No.
Opportunity.
No. Money.
Okay.
I smell money.
Now,
Okay. All right. I don't usually make part 2, but I don't know. There is something going on here that's sketching me out. I've yet to determine if it's a good sketch or if it's bad. So I want to put more info out there. And for those of you who watch these videos, again, stay vigilant this week. All right. So one very important thing is I don't know what this is. Okay? Exactly. But it's on the Fed. Yeah, climate risk. Great. Whatever. But it's on there. Okay? And there's video. So that's one thing. And as of right now, until proven wrong, I'm still going to clarify. I'm going for this move. Okay? Now, the first wrench for this to keep going has been thrown, maybe, and that is that Hong Kong might not trade today, nor might they release any economic data because of a storm. Convenient. Okay? Keep this in mind. More to come. Last video I forgot to show this, but I mentioned it, that we are in a new range. Okay? So this model, you have to tap the top of the range twice, which in this case is 4800. When is that tap going to happen? It always happens though. Okay? So we will touch all time. You can see these boxes, okay? All of them, especially going up. Okay? You get a double tap. So we will go up there this year. Okay? No question about it. It will also tap the bottom again. I would love to see it over here. That doesn't mean that this can't be crazy. All right. So this is very, very important because this is how a market cycle works once it's in a range. Now, once it's in a clear uptrend, as you can see, not always, but usually we get the bottom taps first. Okay? Which would fit in with our broader seasonality. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is we have a few of these seasonality charts. This one, not too much action, right? Until October and then up, right? And we can't discount this, or however you say it. But I want to show you this guy. Okay? And this guy doesn't have a big dump. This guy goes sideways until August, but it also skips an awesome August run. So it's just something I want to keep an open mind about it. Out of all seasonality charts, our chart is still by far the greatest of all times as far as this year. However, there are obviously other charts, but this one still has been really, really good for us. And Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday will give us the answer. I mean, I would not mind if we continue to do the other one that I showed you guys, which would be this one. However, this one means shitty choppy trading for months. So we'll know again early on. If we go up on Monday and Tuesday, I'd be very, very sketched for Wednesday. Again, however, these seasonality charts track until they track. And this is why I don't want to be fully married to this anymore, is that we have the rebalancing coming, that they started on Friday, right? we also have earnings. Now, this earnings season is by far more important than last, okay? And I'll get to that. Just bear with me. There's another one I want to show you guys that's very important here, and that is this chart. Are we gonna go there? I wouldn't be surprised. I really wouldn't. Okay, I mean, it sounds crazy, and I don't think we do it, but would I be surprised? No. Which would mean complete, total annihilation of the bears. So, as of right now, we are below Friday's low. Okay, that means nothing. I still have us closing higher. If that happens, that means that our seasonality chart is more inclined to print. And obviously, it is very freaking rare to find a specific seasonality chart that works zoomed in on the specific day. I mean, that is very remarkable, okay? But as of right now, we're selling because people, not selling hard, but pulling back a little bit because people don't know what is going to happen with China. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on here. Again, I wouldn't want ES under 4,520 because once that happens, we get a full retrace at least down to 4,510. And if that doesn't happen, we're going to test the breakout of the wedge. Which wedge? Our wedge. That one. Okay? Probably discussed that in the last video. Now, okay, I showed you that data. Now, earnings. Okay, very important. Here's the thing, which is why I want to put this out there so you guys are all aware, is that yes, the big, what Kramer calls the magical 7 or whatever the fondue he talks about, they might be overextended, and I mean, they are. However, there are so many freaking stocks that, I mean, look here at the IWM. All right, it tested that level. Okay, great. If it can come down here and test here, you're gonna get a beautiful move higher, in my opinion. And look at the TTM squeeze and the MACD. It's all lined up, right? So there's a few other ones I wanted you to add on watch. One is Rivian. Why? Well, we had that humongous move. Okay, great, fantastic. Still has plenty of volume. I'm not even looking for a gap fill here. I'm just looking for a retest of maybe the daily 9. You see all this green divergence coming in. You see the TTM on the hourly. If this can base a little more, we're gonna get a unity or coin type of move here, okay? As far as Coinbase, we're not gonna go. I mean, you saw when SPY was selling hard. Sure, you could have caught some good. You could have caught $10 on coin. The fact that it's holding and it ended with a buy signal, and this is gonna start curling up. A few more days, this can go. Okay, 100%. Again, right now, I cannot be the only guy who's sketched out. There's no way. Other names I want you to add and keep an eye on, because even though I watch all of this, I'm human. I miss stuff too. My biggest question here, and premiums are going to be jacked, is Netflix with their password crackdown going to have a Meta move? Is it going to have a Nvidia move? Okay, now Meta, for instance, comparatively is already up here. So is Netflix going to be the next one? Very, very possible. 480, 490 lottos, maybe not even 500, depending upon if we go down on Monday and Tuesday, are going to be top lotto for me. I mean, you know me. I'm not saying you should, but I'm gonna have a stab at it. And if that doesn't happen, we are going to be revisiting this 370 very soon. Okay, so very important earnings for Netflix. Another thing, unless you live under a rock, you know that Tesla has earnings. Now, obviously, everybody's going to be gunning for the 300 and premiums are going to be jacked. If it has good earnings, it will go. And okay, and this is always good. Remember last summer, okay, we had a huge Tesla move, okay, huge, end of July. Massive, actually started before that, post earnings, right? We had a gap, sold, held the 9 on the daily, and just flew. I would not be surprised if we gap up, sell hard, and repeat that. Okay, this is gonna be our top watch for the rest of July. And again, look, when he's saying that Twitter is sucking, so might be. But the fact that they've now produced on the production line the first Cybertruck, and these are the Google results for Cybertruck, and as you can see, spiked pretty hard. That is bullish. I do not care. They know, people who are investing know that once they start pushing out Cybertrucks, they're going to bank so freaking hard, and it's going to pull the whole EV sector. And that's why Rivian is still on watch even after that big move. Another one is Google. Just the setup looks great. The sell-off wasn't big. I'm going to put an alert here a little before it hits that at like 123. Very interested in Google. I'm thinking, again, if you pull out Google, all they're going to say during their earnings is AI and how fantastic they're going to use it. So it's going to go for gap fills. Okay, and it's already doing. Look. Okay, so we're gonna be playing Google. Always have Google up. We can all help each other out by seeing all this stuff. And here's the problem: I got so much shit running on my computers. I'll put in alerts. Once I get an alert, my computers, even though they're really good, I don't know if it's because I'm in Hawaii or whatever, they jam for a few minutes, unfortunately. So always good to have. Microsoft. Very possible double top needs to be that. This is why, you don't have to be a genius to figure out why they're rebalancing. All right, Hood. I'm gonna be in Hood, dude. I still think this crypto news is also bullish for Hood. I don't see why we wouldn't get 15 relatively soon. I mean, why not? Why not? I mean, look at that TTM. It's squeezing. So I'm still in that. I still think Zoom's gonna go. Now Baba is the big question mark, obviously. But I already went over these. But I did want to show a few more. If we can get shop down to here for like a stop loss or liquidity grab and not fill the gap, I'm going. That's why I got an alert there. I'm gonna be longing this because let's look at the weekly. Okay, you have this massive consolidation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 weeks, with obviously this last week being hugely green. And again, this ain't seeing nothing yet. So once the rebalancing happens, probably, and we gotta be patient. We just gotta be patient and not be chugging along in some freaking chop and then not have money to play these moves, because they're going to be massive when they happen. If we do this right, all of us are going to have life-changing money and some by Christmas. And, do something fun, rent a train or whatever. Again, same with AI. But what I did want to bring up is AMD. It kind of smells like Unity, in a way that it's kind of got this thing going on, right? And then we go down, and then we pop, and then, you know, even Unity, look, Unity hasn't had its move yet. It still has a gap up there, and after it fills the gap, it can even overshoot and then come back and back test the gap, and then later in the year absolutely freaking fly. So you see what I mean when people are like, oh, the top's in. It depends on what you're looking at. There's so many setups. So I think this video, the point of it is that just to be aware and really put it in your brain that there's opportunity, and we got a lot of eyes, so we need to use that. And so yeah, AMD and another one, and same thing, like Qualcomm and AMD, if you look at the chart, have not done a Nvidia yet. And I remember trading calls on Qualcomm, you know, around here, sometime being in like 200 calls, you know, back in the day over there. So it still has room. You could even argue inverted head and shoulders or something. So there's plenty of setups. I know for a fact that someone is heavily loading 43 calls on Carvana. Heavy for this week. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an alert right there, because that's the resistance. Once we're above that, or maybe retest it, I'm in heavily. And then there was another one I wanted to say. And, you know, Nvidia, look, after, if it feels that 440 gap, it's gone. Okay? It's absolutely gone. So, many setups. I want to be very cautious this week. Very cautious. I do not want a red day. I really don't. If that means less gains for me and not be all crazy, that's what it means. I mean, this week is huge. You have Tesla and Netflix earnings on the same day before Jobs, which is nuts. And imagine all three fit the narrative. Boom. Imagine all three not fitting the narrative. Boom, to the downside. Okay? Please be aware. Okay? I'm going to be relying heavily on Flow and Dark Pool. Oh yeah, now I remember what. Okay, so you guys, maybe you caught it, maybe you didn't. I'm in sorry, SoFi, you're gonna have to go. I'm in Boeing 220s. There was a lot of flow coming in for 220s on it, and you can see here the green divergent bars, and you can see the MACD rising while the market's selling off. Okay, so there's a move coming, and looking at the chart, you know, if it can hold here and not, I mean, I don't want to buy 220 calls when it's down there, but it's possible. I think this move that we played, where I paper handed here, I think this is them loading it and overloading it, and then they had to kind of sell it off, and now they're loading it again quietly. So there must be some type of news coming. So that's it for this part 2. Hope you have time to view it before tomorrow, and I'll see you at dawn when we ride the train. And God bless, and love yourself and love your family.